Hey guys, Tyler up here bringing you a 1v1 today. We are on Angoville. Playing for today's spawner in the south we have Nos Markov. His OKW and his loadout is Special Operations, Scavenge, and Overwatch. Facing off against them in the north we have Predator. Playing as Soviets and his loadout is Tank Hunters, Guard Rifle Combined Arms, and Soviet Shock Army. In terms of rankings, Markov around somewhere in the 30s and Predator around rank 120 as Soviets. So we're seeing a conscript first into penal, the tier 1 strategy. I know that Von Ivan was trying this for a while. It's definitely not the most common build. Does give you a little bit more firepower in the early game, but it does slow down your second penal.
It is now under our control.
Go penal and conscript conversion on the fuel, setting up a nice 2v1 here. Some of these Fox Grenadiers. Doesn't get any model kills on them though. Oh, there we go. As I say that. And actually these combat engineers managed to capture the fuel here. Markov perhaps being a little bit too passive with his engineers, trying to do a lot of wiring off, I guess. Conscripts and penals charging in here. Should be able to outgun these two Fox Grenadiers. Screen is coming over now from the right hand side to support. So he's trying to force off the conscripts first, but close call on that retreat, but does manage to escape. And here comes the next squad of Fox Grenadiers. Should be able to win the engagement now, Markov, but we're just going to make him pay for it. Make sure he forces that last squad to retreat so they can't stick around to cap and capture the map on that low amount of health.
We have proven ourselves, comrades.
We have more conscripts at our disposal.
Penal's actually going to try to stick this one out. Here comes another squad. There's more Fox Grenadiers though as well. Actually interesting to see another squad of conscripts being called in. No M3A1 light scout car, which I think is very strong on this map. It's a reasonably large map, good opportunities for chase down, especially when it comes to, you know, like capturing these munitions points, which are quite, oh excuse me, close to the edge of the map. You get some long retreat path chase downs, chance for a wipe. Charging in here. Oh, and he pops the flamethrower. Should mean a pretty comfortable victory. But Predator actually hasn't had that strong fuel control. Oh, gets the wipe. Something to watch out for. Markov could overwhelm with vehicles. I feel like a large part of the success for Predator so far. Oh, could be another wipe. Oh, it is another wipe. Is that these Stern Pioneers have done almost nothing so far the entire match. Just kind of capping up on the right hand side, not getting them into the combat. Oh my god. Another squad down. That is a disaster for Markov. But yeah, not getting his Stern Pioneers involved in the action has really hurt him in these early game engagements. It's okay to be like a little bit passive, but you definitely need to get them into combat before the 5-minute mark. I know that they did, I suppose, force away one squad of combat engineers over here, but it doesn't really count in my books. Markov rebuilding one of his squads now.
have now installed a field hospital at headquarters.
And this should lead to a lot of map control for Predator. Should probably be prioritizing capturing the fuel over this victory point though. Because as I said, Markov has had superior fuel control to this point. So he should really be trying to lock Markov out of those light vehicles
We are ready to go, comrades.
ahead of the victory points, which are not so important at this stage of the match.
You occasionally do something right.
Because if Markov's going to make a comeback, it's going to be through some strong light vehicle play. Medics are up for Predator as well. He's going to be able to heal everything up.
Engineer standing by.
Markov maybe going to get his tech down now. Yep, here we go. Wow, okay, he's not
Secure the vehicle. Location set.
not going to go for anything from mechanized. Actually going for the battle group HQ. Satchel thrown out there. Oh, might do a little bit of friendly fire. No, gets out of there just before. Either way, Sternpine is finally getting stuck in, forcing some retreats. This is what Markov needed earlier. Tier 3 now complete for Predator. Very close to the amount of resources for a T-70 as well. That could be the death now for Markov. Needed his tech. See what... oh, he's going for the flak half-track, okay. Trying to focus down those stern pioneers, but they're sticking around. Wondering like a bad smell. Could merge in with the conscripts, but doesn't end up doing it there. Something you should be looking for opportunities to do when you're playing with conscripts, trying to get those merges going. Because, you know, their combat strength is not that potent, but you know, merging them into flamers or guards or penals can be very effective. Oh, I thought I could see that happening. Luckily, you can vault over sandbags. Actually, it looks like there is a merged conscript in those flamers, so Predator definitely already using the merge, just not in that particular engagement. You'd ideally want to merge as well, such that your conscripts are still at 2 models. That way your opponent can't switch focus fire over to the 1 model squad and end up hitting the white. So you need to do it a little bit earlier on. You want to do it like the very last second and risk losing the merging squad. Or both squads, potentially. Either you merge, you merge too late, lose the squad you're trying to merge into, or lose the merging squad after it completes the merge. Here comes T-70. Sternpioneer's trying to put down a mine, but can't. Oh, it doesn't. I'm not sure if he got the kill on their mine or not. I think it said target destroyed though, right? Either way, T-70 getting stuck in. We have a kit in the build from Markov now. And that's going to be tank hunters for Predator. PTRS conscripts. Not a bad idea to get a squad of PTRSs now to escort your T-70. If you are unsure, you know, you might be up against a Puma and T-70 could just get overwhelmed. It is up against the flak half-track, so it doesn't have to worry about that too much in this instance, but not sure if the flak half-track had revealed itself before he started the PTRS upgrade, so was the right decision. Because, I mean, that's how you can lose games. having your vehicle unsupported and just losing straight away before it does any damage.
Squad at full strength. You have a use for these scum? The sector is secure.
Either way, Markov hanging in there, still has his fuel under control, controlling the VPs pretty well. Also,
Combat engineers are standing by.
so squad engineers probably going to get some sweepers for them. Yeah, nicely done. Did hear a mine go down somewhere over here. Okay, there we go, on the intersection, or just a little bit above it actually.
Enemy forces are
I'm trying to
capturing
put down another mine. Trying to complete it. Is to abandon that.
The sector is at risk.
Okay, T-70 looking for an angle opportunity, coming around, rotating. PTR's conscripts coming in now. T-70 backing away. PTR's putting pressure on flank half track. Kitten gets one shot in here. Second shot, T-70 has to get out of there. Conscripts coming in looking for an AT grenade assault, but I think he probably should have just focused on trying to do damage with the PTRSs there. It's going to be hard to just run up and just throw an AT grenade assault. Because remember, those AT grenade assaults don't have tracking, you know, they're not like the regular AT grenades in the game. The vehicle has to remain in range for the duration of the ability. You do have extended range to compensate for that, but yeah, unless your opponent's completely brain AFK, like some of those 4v4 replays we see, not likely to happen. You know, they do have camouflage to compensate, so you can try set up ambushes,
Capturing supply sector.
try come in from interesting angles, try flank the vehicle so they have no choice but to retreat into you and take the AT grenade assault. Part of the fun of using them. Getting in a nice position, forcing away the T-70 again, and infiltration grenades coming in here, but pretty well avoided. Actually trying to put down his tier 4 could provide some nice territory lockdown, and Predator is struggling a little bit for map control, hasn't had much action out on the right hand side for quite some time. Here comes T-70. Forcing away the Stern Pioneers there. Okay, now he's getting some work done. Double combat engineers on that side. And looks like they get the wipe there. But the tier 4 tech is down. And that's providing some nice lockdown, covering this whole area. So Markov has really good territory control over here. And Predator, no tier 2, so can't really get his Zis out and start to knock that down immediately. Though could do that. Has quite a lot of resources himself, a lot of manpower specifically.
Losing supplies to the enemy.
Could also go for a sniper. It's not a bad idea at this stage in the game. Tank hunters, because these conscripts are pretty bad in anti-infantry duties. Kind of needs just like one more squad. Okay, he's going to go for a penal. Also a fair choice. Sniper can be tricky to micro.
We need to re-establish our supply lines.
We're getting all the way forward. T-70 coming to do some more damage. Sweeper spots this mine over here. Incendiary grenade evaded, but Stimpine is able to close the distance here. Here comes the flank half track now. T-70 rotating now. Where's the Raketin? Raketin's still on the cutoff. So T-70 getting some good hits in here. And actually, mine gets camouflaged again. Oh, and he loses the stern pioneers because of it. Infiltration grenades coming in. Oh, that's some big damage. Penal's super low. Oh, he's not paying attention. Too busy trying to control the T-70. Also looking for wipe on that. Loses his own squad of penals. A lot of wipes in quick succession there for both players. Predator's still in the driver's seat, but it needs to get some tech happening. Markov, meanwhile, has managed to squeeze out a Panzer IV. That map control is starting to pay dividends. TRS conscripts should be able to hold the line here in this building for quite some time. Especially if the Panzer IV exposes its rear armor. Oh, AT grenade assault here. They're very clumped up on the door. But get some good damage in. But can't get out of this door. Probably should have retreated right there. Could lose his PTRS conscripts. Looks like he is going to. Oh no, he can squeeze around the side, but maybe the flak half track can finish the job. And it does. Squad super low here. T-70 coming in for the chase. Oh, it doesn't get the kill. And Predator floating quite a lot of manpower. Has been for a while. Almost getting low. Panzer IV staying in there, doing some good damage. Here comes the T-70 forcing away the flak half track. Kitten is there. And support doesn't chase in. T-70 gets some good hits in though. Probably needs to rebuild one of those penals or the PTRS conscripts. Probably the PTRS conscripts. But somehow, after those two early wipes, Predator actually behind in the fuel game. Shows how strong Markov's fuel control was, even when he was so low on squads. Maybe some of the impact of Predator floating that manpower for quite some time.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
Needed like an extra squad to cap and harass the map. Deny Markov the fuel a bit more. Gets a hit in there. Probably going to get another one off. There it is. Here comes the infantry assault. Actually going for a munitions cache there. Interesting. And another squad of penals. Penals charge again, but STG folks behind the heavy cover. Doing some really good damage. Need to either come forward with both squads or just wait until his vehicles arrived in support. Markov actually getting quite close to another Panzer IV in terms of resources. It could be trouble for Predator. Comes in for a crush. Double Faust. Oh! Squad down. Double Faust costing him there. Here come the PTRS conscripts oorahing in for the AT grenade assault. But don't quite manage to get it off. They kind of oorah, but then like seem to be running in slow motion there. Oh! Big hit from the P4. PTRS cons have to escape. T-34 getting repaired. Panzer IV looking to come in, do some more damage. Shots plinking off here. Oh, T-34 penetrates their main gun crit, but infiltration grenades on the Penals, manages to escape. T-70 coming in for the kill on this squad, gets it. Markov's tank manages to escape, or both players escape with their vehicles. Here comes a squad of Obers. Markov looks like maybe he's going to save for the Command Panther now, instead of trying to go for another Panzer IV. The Panzer IV, you know, would have a lot of impact right now. Could win the game on the spot, but more potential to also lose the game. Playing with them too aggressively. Command Panther is a very safe decision. Getting close to the PTAB bombing run. Maybe Predator's looking to take down the Tier 4 tech here. Kind of mobilizing onto the other side of the map now. With a T-34 alone might be a bit much. Making use of the secure mode here. On both his vehicles, in fact. Keeping up. The left-hand side now. Markov, meanwhile, keeping up on the right. Of course, Predator, you know, can't really go any further thanks to this Tier 4 tech unless he's going to try and knock it out, but I feel like he would be hard-pressed to do so. Maybe not in this exact scenario, where he could send his T-34 in to start tanking the flak fire PTRS to do a little bit of damage with the PTAB bombing run, but it would be very, very dangerous to do so. And probably lose his T-34 in the process. So now coming back onto the right, T-70's staying relevant, doing some really good damage. PTRS conscripts forcing away the flak half track. STG overstand in there. Oh, big hit from T-34. But they do escape. Here comes the Panzer IV from the left. There's some mines down as well. Oh, and the flak half track goes down. Didn't retreat far enough. T-34 finishes the job. P4 coming in here. Here comes the Command Panther now. PTRS conscripts have retreated. No more snaring squads. 34, I don't think it can escape. Might have been a better idea just to leave it in here, try and fight the Panzer IV, maybe go for a desperation ram. Here it goes. Oh, goes down just before it connects. Wouldn't have got the kill with the Panzer IV on that amount of health though. Mine. Chase down that one-man penal. Yeah, Predator has struggled for fuel after building that first T-34. Did put down his support weapon tech structure though, so can go for the ZIS. For another T-34, fair choice. Needs another tank. But after all those reinforcements, doesn't quite have enough for a ZIS. Has lost control of this right hand side as well. T-70 in a dangerous position down here. Trying to hide. Infiltration grenades. This retreats. Big infantry assault. The Panzer IV is fighting strongly. STG Ober's also holding the line. A lot of manpower bleed here for AM Predator. Yeah, seems like he's losing his grasp on this game now.
Our headquarters is taking enemy fire.
T-70 coming around, avoids the mine. Goes for a ram. Calls in the bombing run. Doesn't quite get the kill on the T-34, but the PTRS conscript should be able to finish the job. Oh, nearly got... I think he needs another volley of PTRS though. I think those PTRS weren't penetrating there. Grenade assault on the Command Panther. And that's backing out now. And T-34 getting repaired back up. Panther trying to pick shots at it from long range. It's the extra sight thanks to this building. Obers getting a lot of focus fire here. Both of these OKW vehicles limp home. I thought that was going to go horribly wrong for Predator there, but manages to keep his T-34 alive and force both the OKW vehicles off the map. Should allow him to get a lot of map control now, which he desperately needs. He really needs another vehicle of his own.
Battle damage estimates show the enemy at 300 points.
He needs that fuel control. EP's basically dead even at this stage. Is this coming in for Predator? 100% necessary. T-34 coming in here. Could find the Command Panther. Oh, but takes one shot. Coming out for the Faust. There's a little bit of crush. Oh my god! Oh, the wipes are crazy this game. Command Panther coming forward for the kill on the T-34. T-34 trying to back away. Here come the PTRS conscripts though. Looks like the T-34 is going to escape. Man, I thought it was looking grim for Predator, but after getting that wipe there, he's back in it. Nope. Panzer IV penetrates on the move frontally twice in a row. Misses the kill on the abandoned. Conscripts trying to get in there for the AT grenade assault. Is this setting up at an awkward angle? Maybe the smoke's blocking him or something here. I'm not sure. See, he's trying to trigger the AT grenade assault, but can't quite get in range in time for it. Oh, Penal's kind of forgotten about him amongst all of this, but so were the folks. Both squads escaping, or perhaps not. Here comes the Panzer IV going in for the kill. And he gets the kill. Just got one shot on Command Panther back up. Coming in to finish off the abandoned T-34. Jumps in it to try and return fire. Calls in the anti-tank bombing run. Command Panther drives forward to avoid it. Nicely done. And there we go. T-34 does go down. Second Zis coming in for AM Predator, but not quite enough. But yeah, just couldn't quite get the AT grenade assault off on the conscripts. Really one of the issues. You have to like run your, you can't play like you do with the normal snares. You have to run in closer with the squad, then activate it. So that as the vehicle continues to back away, you actually have a chance to get the AT grenade assault off. I just try to do it from max range like most of the other snares in the game. And there we go. If your opponent drives into it on the other hand. Setting up now. And the second Zis finishes the job. Here comes the Command Panther to try and destroy the decrewed Zis, but PTRS conscripts are there. Zis changes angles, bounces his first shot. Here come the double Stern Pioneers, which have been doing overtime. Super rapid repairs on both the vehicles for Markov. Despite taking so much damage. Oh man, that was a nasty burst from the flamethrower. High casualty game for both players. Just when you think Predator's out of the match, Markov ends up losing a squad. And he's right back in it again. He's got enough fuel for another T-34. Does have double this now, so pretty well handled in the anti-tank department. As long as his positioning is, oh excuse me, strong enough. Ooh, we might even be able to get a raket in here. Comes as this. Penetrates. E4 coming up now. Haven't seen any like ambush shenanigans with the camouflage yet. Moving forward for the AT grenade assault, but doesn't quite get it off, and now bleeding a lot of manpower. It's TG Obers, this is where you need the T-34 to force them away. Doubles this, screwing up on the Panzer IV. Feel like it didn't take full damage from one of those hits though. Infiltration grenades. I'm just trying to hold the line here. And do so nicely. Get 3 on those penals. They're spitting out some good damage. Panzer IV coming forward. Is this actually setting up at an opportune moment? Let's have access to the camouflage, which he did use just before. Going for an Su-85 here. I think this is a mistake. They're like, oh, what? The Obers died?
Engineer standing by.
I just not noticed that because they left behind these lovely corpses.
I have the men ready.
Oh my god. A lot of wipes here for both players. Okay, well maybe now the Obers are dead actually. The Su-85 makes a little bit more sense. Still could get overwhelmed by the double mediums from Markov. If he gets caught out of position.
We have a new Su-85 to
A lot of, you know, like anti-tank, which isn't that relies a lot on positioning, I'll put it that way. Same even with PTRS conscripts, you know, to get these snares off relies on positioning. Come crumbling down like a deck of cards. But the double Zist there doing some good work. Here comes the Su-85. Activated focus sight, but mustn't have quite had range on it there before manages to escape. We're just setting up shop on this right hand side now. Another Panzer IV coming in for Markov. Really needs to get some mines down. There we go, nicely done. Artillery flares up for Markov, but okay, actually these AT guns are not in camouflage mode.
Strafblatt needs orders.
Now okay, here we go. Panzer IV is coming in on the angle. Su-85 duking it out with the Command Panther. Takes the AT grenade assault. But now the Panzer IV is right on top of the AT guns. Goes in the bombing run to finish off the Command Panther. Su-85 backing out. Still hasn't taken any damage yet. Panzer IV is missing a lot of shots. Bombing run finishes the Command Panther. Su-85 backs itself into a corner. Double Zist going to work on the Panzer IVs. One of them gets decrewed, but one of the Panzer IVs also goes down there. One Zist on Vet 3 now. Panzer IV going to try and escape around this alleyway. Oh, and the Stern Pioneers go down. Gets the AT assault in there, enough to do the engine damage. I don't think you can escape down that alleyway. Recruit Zis, trying to get the finishing blow on the Panzer IV. Predator does have enough just now for another T-34 if he goes down that avenue. Infiltration grenades. Ooh, oh man, that was a painful one. Tried to dodge forwards and end up perhaps making the situation worse. Here comes the Panzer IV. Is this getting one shot on? Looks like he won't be able to get a finishing blow, but he's hungry for it. Losing sight here. Going to expose himself to the Volksgrenadiers. And here we go, T-34 in production now. The names mixed up. But too late to go Panzer IV hunting. It's going to limp home to base. Man, if he didn't lose all those models there, probably could have got the kill on the Panzer IV. Could have left his Zis forwards and waited until the T-34 arrived. Left the Panzer IV isolated. Chases away all these units. Both the players once again on basically dead even victory point scores. Everything out back. Reinforcing for Predator. You suffer a lot of model losses to those infiltration grenades before. And another truck coming out from Markov. Is he going to try and go for a King Tiger or something? I'm not sure. But overall, I feel like that engagement was pretty well handled by Predator. You know, it's very easy to just get overwhelmed. And you've got two medium tanks sitting on top of your anti-tank guns, but controlled it pretty well. Got a little bit lucky with the SU-85 not taking very much damage, a lot of misses on it early in the engagement, but overall some good control. Easily could have got overwhelmed in that situation. Comes T-34. So it's first shot. Both tanks missing. Double Zis moving forwards. Now making use of the conscript camouflage. Trading blows. T-34 comes out ahead though. Conscript's trying to sneak their way forwards. T-34 coming around the side. Conscripts don't manage to get close enough. Take a good hit from the Panzer IV. T-34 gets a good penetrating shot again. T-34 returns fire, bounces that shot. And Markov did end up putting down his tech truck, so that cost him a lot of fuel. I thought he'd maybe go for another Panzer IV. Should help him with the repairs. I imagine that's what he's going for, but maybe he's going for the walking Stuka. In fact, he is. He's going to try counter these double Zis with the walking Stuka. Predator can hide them though with the camouflage. So it should make things actually quite hard for Markov.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
Markov finally battling his way back onto the map. Triple penals, making very short work of those Volksgrenadiers. Good timing on the retreat of them there. Rakeden running forwards here. A little bit too far forwards. Ooh, P4 gets a good hit on the penals. 3 moles down already. There's another one. T-34 coming forwards. Predator a little bit lacking in repairs at the moment. Oh man, this P4 is getting some monster shots in. Basically every shot takes 2 models off the penal squad. What's in their flares? This is revealed. The other one's currently camoed. Reveals itself now. Panzer IV comes in but gets surprised by the camouflage this and goes down. Second and T-34 is there. Walking Stuka going for a base barrage. Trying to mop up the low health penals in base. And Predator not happy about that. Going Stuka hunting. Going in the bombing run on the HQ. Whilst he's here, might as well. It's really good damage to it. Knocks it out. Walking Stuka trying to be evasive here. Hiding away. T-34s think it's in the corner, but no. It's up here. Coming over to try and save the day. But there it is. And there it goes. Markov throws in the towel. Well, that was a high violence game. A lot of wipes. Very lethal for both players. Markov, I feel like, man, he got a rough on a couple of those Volkswagen wipes. Just as I thought he's clawing his way back into the game. Loses a squad. And Predator right back in it. Really, that was some... It really came down to that huge engagement here. All 3 tanks rushing in. Predator managed to hold the line. Knock out 2 of the tanks. And ended up winning the game on the back of that. Well played. I'll wrap on that, guys. If you like your game to be cast by me, details in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you off the next thrilling installment. Goodbye. Good luck.